Hello viewers, this is Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast on my seven called the Boruto Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to preach your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, then they need to go to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this everything else out the way, let's get into the latest episode of Boruto. So basically, the episode starts off like this: Cole was trying to have a conversation with Ava, an android that he found somewhere at Boro's secret at a secret facility somewhere that was owned by Boro. So basically, Ava the android was walking away from Code, not really responding to her. So basically, he was using his power to, hey, what the hell are you doing? I'm trying to ask you a question. Don't walk away from me. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So basically, and Eden was I was not trying to be rude, Code. I was not trying to be rude. I do want to hear you out. But first, I've been in storage so long, I want to brush my teeth. So basically, Code was was even. Cole was what, I should, she thought, Cole thought that she was trying to be smart, and basically he had a claw using his special jutsu with a claw next to her neck. So basically, he could have just easily killed her for that smart remark. But somehow that Eva has this weird ability that's stopping Cole from doing so. So basically, Cole all of a sudden, feels like he's in love with Eden and whatnot, and basically he's like, what, maybe I should wait with Bug, in the room once you go brush your teeth, acting old lovey-dovey and stuff like that. So anyway, while that was going on, Boruto and his team were basically, was doing some trading, basically, some chakra training, meditating, practicing their chakra control. And Kawaki was like, what the fuck are we doing here? Why are we wasting this time? We should be doing some real trading, not this bullshit. And Sarada said that, if we don't know how, if we need to focus on chakra control. If we don't, how will we be able to do some crazy, we could train and do, train and do some jutsu, but if we don't have chakra club, we can't pull that off. So basically, so basically, explaining to Kuraki that we need to go back to the basics, work on our chakra control. That way we can build up doing some more jutsu, some more powerful jutsu we can use against Code once he shows up here in the hint leaf village. So basically, Kawaki was like, what, screw this. Let's do some real trading and start to attack everybody. And Boruto is like, what, calm down, calm down. And basically, Sawada's right. We need to work on our chakra control before we do any other trading. So basically, Kawaki was like, what, this is a waste of time. We don't have time to this bullshit. So basically, we suggest that maybe you two should have a fight, and whoever wins gets to do what the loser says. So basically, it's Karaki wins, he does his type of trading. It's Boruto and he does, he does. It's Clarky when he gets to tell tell the others how to train. It's Boruto when Clarky gets to do will have to continue the training that they're doing with the rest of the team and whatnot. So basically, the match was on and whatnot. Meanwhile, back at Boro's secret facility where eating was being where eating is at along with Cole the Bug, who is a servant of Boro. Eating just finished brushing her teeth, and basically she explained that, oh yes, I know. So basically, I know everything about what happened to Jigen and whatnot. So basically, Jigen, I don't like that bastard. I don't like, basically she knows everything about what's going on with what happened to Jigen, what's going on with Ottawa, with Boruto, Kawaki, all that. And and Ko was like, how do you know that? Let's just say I have a unique ability that gives me foresight and whatnot. So basically her eyes are like, I guess she has this weird ability to see into the future, some bullshit like that. Seems like, and also she has this weird ability to kind of make people, fall in love with her or some shit like that. But it only works, it doesn't work on everybody. Basically, she can make man and women fall in love with him, not every man and woman, not every man and woman can fall in love with her. So basically, Edie said, "Oh, it's you." So basically, let's get down to business. So basically, it's obvious you're here to ask me about how can you move your limiters that are imprinted in your body. So basically, the only way to move your limiters is you have to get Auto to basically get an eye scan and a voice command to move your limiters. So basically, don't. So basically, Auto's eyes are very specific. So basically, don't even try to be in. You need so basically, Eden said that the only way you can move your limiters is, that's imprinting your body. It's with Auto. You need an eye scan, a voice command from Auto to move your limiters. Move your limiters if you want to take down, board, if you want to take that to get revenge on your friends and whatnot. So basically, so basically, Cole was like, all right, then being helpful. It seems like Ida was not very interested it seemed like she was not very interested or helping Cole, not helping Cole, teaming up with Cole to take down the people, take down not the people who took out Jigen, because Jigen is pretty much the reason why she was put in storage in the first place. So basically, Boro turns out that Eden used her ability when Jigen ordered Boro to dispose of her. She used her power to convince Boro to put her in storage instead. So basically, she's using her ability to make Cold in love, make Cold fall in love with her, some shit like that, blah blah blah. So basically, she also hates Ottawa as well. So basically, she knows everything what happened to Jigen and what's going on with Ottawa. She knows about Kawaki. She knows about Porto. Gains for I believe her special eyes and whatnot. And basically, she's she said my ability my ability doesn't work, doesn't work on certain people. I can't make certain people fall in love with me. So basically, she seemed very interested on with Kawaki and Boruto. So basically, all of a sudden decided to, you know what, I will help you. So basically, it seems like she wants wants to experience love and whatnot. So basically, she wants, in a way, she wants either Boruto or Kawaki to be in a relationship with either Boruto or Kawaki. It's fucking weird. But anyway, so basically, she knows that that it's obvious that Boruto, you need Boruto to to be a sacrifice to the divine tree and whatnot. So basically, so basically, I get Kawaki. So basically, I'll work with you and whatnot. And work with you. I get Kawaki, you get Boruto. So basically, and Ko is like, I understandable. So basically, like Ko understands that, that since her understand that her ability to make people fall in love with her won't probably work on it won't work on Boruto or Kawaki or Kawaki. So basically, she stated her ability doesn't work on certain people, especially Osuki members and whatnot. So basically, Ko is like, oh, so basically, so basically, you can't make Boruto or Kawaki fall in love with you with your ability, and basically, yes, and also, he asked that, oh, so basically, you're pissed off that Audible what he did to you, modifying you, and he has. She was like, gave a vague answer that, he did modify me. He did modify me, but not completely and whatnot. So basically, big answer. So basically, Eden Co. Had a drink and whatnot to celebrate their teaming up to take down Boruto and the others and whatnot. And Bub was like, these guys are fucking nuts. Just standing there like can't even move against the cold and whatnot. Just watching this crazy, watching these two crazy androids, watching these two crazy androids that planning to scheme and whatnot. So anyway, basically, Boruto back in the village, Boruto and Kawaki had to duel and whatnot. So basically, Kawaki explained that even though I hated Jigen and all that time that Jigen was training me, one thing that's all, at least his methods were, his methods were brutal, but he does make a good point that, you should not, you should not show your enemy any type of mercy and whatnot. So basically, Kawaki was basically going all out on Boruto using his, modified powers and whatnot to fight against Boruto. And basically, that's when Boruto's, Karma activated, and basically, and he used his Karma to dissolve, to resolve, absorb, Kwaki's laser beam, and basically, what his Commonwealth power, he was able to take down Kwaki, and basically, and accidentally cut his headband in half and whatnot, while Naruto was watching the whole thing go down. So basically, I understand what you're trying to do and whatnot. So basically, but and you also helped me realize that I shouldn't be afraid of my conlock, because this could I shouldn't be afraid of my conlock, because because last time my conlock activated, Momoshiki took control of my body and whatnot. So basically, we need to work together and train to make sure that doesn't happen, and take down code together as a team. So basically, Kawaki was like, all right, then let's train and whatnot. So basically, Naruto left after they was done with the conversation, left the battlefield after witnessing what went down, and realized that how powerful Boruto and Kawaki has, are getting and whatnot. And basically, the episode ended with Boruto, we finally realized that he accidentally cut, he cut Kawaki's headband in half, and Kawaki said that it's not a big deal. So basically, Boruto was trying to do his best to try to fix it, but and basically that's how the episode ended on that note with with Kawaki, like still wondering he needs to get powerful. So basically thinking maybe he should talk to Otto about moving his limiters to deal with code, and basically that's how the episode ended with Boruto trying to fix Kawaki headwind, and Kawaki thinking about maybe he needed to go talk to Otto and move his limiters, and basically to deal with code, and basically that's how the episode ended on this note. So anyway, this was a good episode. What do you guys think? Anyway, sign off. One.